Okay, so today is April 12th, and for today, in the morning, I had to make PB&J. My hubby had already told me yesterday he wanted PB&J. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, I've said this, all my cockroaches video, I've said that ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby, who on his own website, he has posted all about cockroaches and, how cockroaches are placed on this target, but he tries to portray himself as if he's a target, but no, he's my stalker, and he talks about me on his website, okay? So basically, this cockroach is none other than this ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby, because all these Freemasons, Illuminati people, they do witchcraft, okay? Because they worship Lucifer. They don't worship Jesus Christ. They worship Lucifer. He's the fallen angel. He's the devil and Satan, as these people, they say. And they totally worship him. And they are preparing the ground for Antichrist, right? And that is why they want this one world government and all that. Now, so this, because my hubby yesterday said, because they've already conditioned me for so many years about whenever there's PB&J, there's always cockroach in my kitchen, always. So we know that they are doing it in a programmed manner. Don't do, it's the same dictation stuff. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, or else we do that, okay? Same thing. Now, I had to make so even before I went out in the kitchen early morning from my bedroom to the kitchen, I knew there would be a cockroach, and sure enough, the cockroach was there on that dishwasher, the door of the dishwasher. It's always like sits on, usually it sits there on the dishwasher door, or sometimes it's near the sink area, but this time, and then I didn't go to wash my hands there in my kitchen sink, and I used the other sink I have. So and I don't even pay attention to that roach anymore, and so the roach disappeared. Okay, yeah, it magically also disappears, that roach. Now, all that was done, and then I had called my friend over, and like we went to walk and all that. Now, I just showed a video. Oh, now they just gave me a twitch, 2 twitches on the left side of my thigh. Oh yeah, you good, you went for a walk. That's all they want to say. Third twitch on the left side of my thigh, again confirming that, oh, good, you went for a walk, okay? Now, she was showing, she had visited California. She was showing all her videos, and then it just reminded I had taken a video of a little gecko on my patio, because she has a pet, and she shows all the videos of her pet. And like the gecko is not my pet, but it's just on my patio, and it was like, it had captured this fly, and it was like interesting to me, and it was like a minute, 30 seconds for 1 minute video that I had captured. So I'm like, okay, I'll just show it to her. And so these people started to give me electric shock on the right side of my brain. Oh, no, you don't say anything, okay? They also started to give a little bit of twitches on the right side and, that BS. And then as I was speaking about, then we were talking about her house, okay, about the real estate agent and all that. So when I'm asking some questions, or if I'm giving my own perspective about something, or if I'm asking some more questions regarding the housing market or the buyers and all these people again started to give me electric shock and giving me pain on the right side of my, where there's a collarbone that starts on there are 2 collarbones, right? But at the center of the neck where the bone starts, the right bone starts, there they start to give me shooting needle pains there. It's not needle pains, it's such a weird pain that especially when I try to, and also they give me on the right side of my neck, because when I try to turn my neck, especially on the right side, that's when it pains. So it's the entire right side of the neck and that bone itself. So that is, and they will give, and then they will relieve also when I do the counter psychic attack to them, okay? Then they will relieve. So what happened was, so when I'm giving my own perspective, so they try to always tell me, oh, you don't ask this question, oh, you don't say this, you don't do that, okay? Now they're giving me twitch on the right side of my leg, confirming the same thing that they did in the morning. Oh no, you don't say that, you don't give your perspective, okay? So they are again saying the same thing. So basically they try to continuously tell me what I have to do, what I don't have to do. It's the same thing, the guy who comes on the History Channel who talks about hybrid children and the star children and all that. It's an episode called Star Children, I believe, and he said, oh, we are, or they are telling the hybrids what to put in the refrigerator and what to take out from the refrigerator. I mean, so basically, it's the same concept as they do with me. Oh, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't talk like that, you don't talk like that, okay? So basically, they had started to make issue about my talking, and they started to give me this electric shock on the right side of my brain and this neck pain and all that. Then when I came home, it's just something she said that she already ate some orange in the morning, and so I'm like, yeah, I've got some sweet oranges that I brought. And so she got excited. She's like, oh, sweet oranges. I'm like, yeah. And then I showed her the bag, the one that I got. So she's like, okay, I'll try after we come from walk. I'm like, okay. So I cut the orange up and she tasted one bite, but to her it wasn't sweet. To me, it was sweet enough. But to her, she said, okay, it's not sweet for her. So it's up to her taste, right? I mean, and that's why she said she'll try it. But on the bag itself, it was mentioned extreme sweet orange. That is what it was mentioned on the bag. So there's nothing I can do about it. But these people wanted to make issue about it, and they then probably I'm sure that they thought that they will give me all these electric shocks and right side of the twitches and all that later in the day. Then somehow we were talking about the nutritious facts about all these lemons, and I'm saying, one should drink lemon water. It's really beneficial for your health, and how it dissolves kidney stones, and it also prevents, in the first place, it won't let the kidney stone happen, and also it burns the liver fat. And I was telling her so many benefits of lemon, so one should drink lemon water. And she was like, yeah, I kind of drink lemon water. I'm like, if you can't drink it, usually we just eat it with black salt and all that. So she had never tried it like that. So I just gave her to taste it. And I kind of knew she wouldn't like it because she's not into our Indian tastes. So I already knew she wouldn't like it. But I'm like, okay, she can just try something, little different. And so she tasted and she didn't like it. So I knew that these people will definitely make some issue about it. And so when my hubby, when he came home, I gave him that lemon water, right? And he drank half of it, and then other half he didn't drink. He's like, no, I already used this glass, I want to use another glass and all that. So basically what happened was, now these people, they just hone in on some negative stuff, okay? So they wanted to now create issue about, oh, why you said this, or why you did this, right? So then after all the dinner was done, everything was done, and I was about to go wash the utensil. I already wore my gloves to wash the utensils. These people started to give 300, I literally counted 300 electric shocks on the right side of my brain. And as I was counting, so I was here in the dining area, and my hubby and my in-laws, they were here in the living room area. They were watching TV. But there is like open space between the living room and the dining and the kitchen. It's like all open space. So while I was sitting on the dining table, while I was counting all these continuous electric shocks on the right side of my brain, and while we were playing a video of this guy, he's a white guy who was at a state park in our state, and he was just talking about the camping and all that. Now, I don't know if they wanted to make issue about that guy, or they just wanted to make issue about something. But whatever happens in the day, and they want to make issue about something, oh, you're not thinking right, or you're forcing people. I wasn't forcing, I was just telling the good benefits. And now if they want to listen, not listen, it's up to them, okay? It's their free will. I don't force anybody. It's their free will. They don't want to listen, they want to do it. So anyways, so basically, like I said, they want to make issue about all these little things, and then just come up with something, some BS. They will horn into some negative stuff, and now they just give me twitch on the left side of my thigh, confirming the same thing. So they want to hone in on this, and they usually try to portray as if they are very smart, because oh look, I'm telling you, you are not supposed to do like this, you are not supposed to, look, you didn't cook properly, why do you cook like this, or why you cook. Okay, so they want to make issue about all that thing. Okay, then they started to give me 300 shocks on the right side of my brain, and my hubby literally asked me, what are you doing, like what are you talking? I'm like, I'm not talking, I'm counting the electric shocks that they are giving me on the right side of my brain right now. So he's not into all this, like he doesn't pay attention to what I say. But because I told loudly, and because my in-laws were already sitting there, they were watching TV too, they immediately stopped giving me electric shock on the right side of my brain, and they gave me a twitch on the right side of my thigh at that moment when my hubby said it, and when I replied to him that they are giving me electric shocks on the right side of my brain. That is immediately after that they give me twitch on the right thigh, anything on the right side. Oh no, don't tell him that, okay? And then again they started to give me electric shocks on the right side of my brain, and I again continued to count. And then they stopped. Now these were the most heavy, most intense, and for the longest period electric shocks that they have given, that I literally counted 300, because I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like they're keeping on giving me, right? Then now my hubby had left, I had served him this lentil soup, right? Now initially when he had the bowl, I was still making our Indian tortilla, right? I was still preparing it. So he started to already drink that lentil soup already. He usually doesn't do that. If he doesn't like, or he's not too much into lentil soup, he'll not start drinking by itself. But the fact that he was drinking by itself, it means that he liked it. And so he's kind of a person that once he's done eating all his food from the tortilla, from the rice, everything, if there is leftover lentil soup, he will not drink it. So yeah, he had his entire Indian tortilla I had made. He had his curry, he had his this lentil soup, he had his rice, everything. But after that, a little bit lentil soup was left. So then when I went to wash that particular utensil, they again gave me electric shock on the right side of my brain, and they also gave me a twitch. Now this is a new thing that they have started. It's not a twitch. They have started to give me kind of a needle pain in my right ankle. I'll show you exactly where. Right in this area. The way they give me like a twitch is not a twitch again. It's a shooting. It's not even a needle pain. Maybe it is a needle pain. I'll just keep it like a needle pain, because it's very shooting pain that they give me. And they have started that particular area, right ankle. See, anything on the right side means you don't do that. So they started that area since yesterday, I believe. And at night, when I was sleeping, they started doing at night, and they literally woke me up and all that. Okay, even in the morning, they started to give me all this. And why? Because just previous day, I think I was just talking, like I told you in my previous video, I was talking to my friend, right? Oh, because your friend is male friend, we're going to make issues about your male friend. Why are you talking with a male friend, right? So yeah, who cares? So basically these people wanted to make issue, and they have these attention deficit disorder, I keep saying, right? All these narcissist people. You see that guy's video, Narc to Light guy's video. He talks all about narcissism and how they will come to our life, and they will try to show themselves as if they are God, they are all knowing, they are so smart, but in reality they are so dumb. For example, I'll give you the perfect example of their lowest of the low IQ or their dumbness. I had brought brown rice for myself, and when I went to prepare, these people started to give me shooting needle pain in my uterus area. and a little bit of electric shocks. Then, since yesterday and even this morning when I went to watch the video on the benefits of the brown rice, okay, then I'm sure because they see what I see, they hear what I say, so they know that what I'm playing and what I'm watching. So they, at the same time, see, they just gave me a twitch on the left side of my sole, left foot, sole. They gave me one twitch right now, confirming the same. So they know that I just said that there was so much benefits for the brown rice, but when I cook for the first time, they continuously gave me all these shooting needle pains in my uterus and my electric shocks in my brain, right side, all that, okay? But today, because I watched this video yesterday and this morning, then when I went to cook my rice, then they were so happy and they gave me a little bit of left side. I don't know, it was a little ear pull they gave me or something they did on the left side. And then when I went to cook white rice for my hubby and my in-laws, because I cook they're different and they use white rice, so they immediately placed some insects in the rice, and even so all this is witchcraft. If they can do cockroaches, can't they put insects in the rice? Of course they can. So basically they wanted to say, oh no, you don't use this rice, but it's up to them. If they don't want to have brown rice, they don't like it, they're not going to have it, right? No matter how much benefits it has. So these are the BS. And so you see, on one day they are programming me by saying, oh, look, that is a wrong rice you are eating. But just because I watched the benefits of that brown rice, now they want to put insects in the white rice, saying, oh, you don't cook this rice. You see how these people don't have brains, and how all these Delta Force at Area 51 know is to super interrogate, as Dr. Richard Boylan said. So to do all this super interrogation, they're not going to use their brains, okay? Because they are trying to use now they're pulling my right ear, okay? That when I said, oh, they're not going to use their brains, obviously they're not using, because see, these watchers, they are different people working in different shifts, morning, afternoon, because one person not going to watch me for 24 hours. That's not happening. So they work in shifts. So there are these stupid people out there with the lowest of the low IQ who does all these kind of stupid programming. So basically, they wanted to make issue about all these things that had happened in the day. So they honed into something today, right after dinner time, and they gave me literally 300 electric shock on the right side of my brain. Now, even today, when I had soaked my lentils, it's the same lentils. I cooked the same lentils for my in-laws, and I cooked the same lentils for myself, but it was just a little bit difference in the spice, all the spices that I placed. However, when I was separating the lentils, they were not fully soaked. You know, when you soak it for like 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours, it will absorb water and it will enlarge in size, right? It will, the small lentil will absorb water and it will become large. But these are I don't know what kind of lentils we got, but some of them, they don't soak water, so I have to kind of separate those out. So I was doing that, and the moment, and within like I noticed within 5 minutes, these people started to give me pain in the left side of my abdomen area. So anything on the left side means correct, but at the same time, they want to tell me about these, how this ex-FBI agent Giral Sosby keeps talking about, oh, we can do synthetic kidney stones. We can do synthetic kidney stone mimicking, okay? He talks all about my targeting on his website. But just because I was separating out, so they want to tell that, oh, look, the kidney stones won't occur, and because now we are giving you on the left side, so we are telling you that, oh, you did good job, you're removing the ones that are not soaked from the ones that are soaked, so you're doing good job. So we are doing super interrogation as Dr. Richard Boylan says. Delta Force at Area 51 is there to do some super interrogation of star kids, okay? So this, for every little thing, they will do these kind of interrogation. Okay. Then the other new point that they've started to give me twitch is right side of my back. So say this is the vertebra, right? And there's this left side and right side. So, and say this is my neck part. Okay, this is the vertebra. So here on the right side of my back, they've started to give me like twitches, like they will give me like twitches. So that's the new area they have started to give me just today. I think since today or yesterday, yeah. So basically, these are the two new areas that they have started to give me. One is shooting needle pain in the right side of my back ankle, like back side, and the twitch on the right side of my back. So those are the two new things they've started. What else did they do for the entire day? Oh yeah, I told you about the neck pain. They did all that. So yeah, this is the kind of BS they keep doing, and none of this really affects me anymore, because I know their agendas. Their Because I'm like source energy for their aliens. I am the trouble. I'm the threat to their UFO cabal cover up, or to the UFO cover up. And now they just gave me a twitch on the right side of my arm, saying that no, you are not a threat to UFO cover up. Well, if that is the case, then maybe you're using me for alien agenda, or you're using me for some brain computer interface experimentations, as you have already mentioned in your article. What was that article where you have already said that? Let me see if I have the article here. Right here. So in this article, it says test 1, and here they talk about, and this is not 1998, they just make stuff up, okay? MindNet is no longer active, even that is BS. Electronic surveillance project is no longer in operation. All this is BS. You see what it's written? Homemaker's recipe. And what are they doing with me? Don't cook that. Don't do this. Don't bring this stuff. Don't eat this snack, or don't eat this particular food item. Or else we will swell your tongue. Or else we will put stones in your food. Or we'll put insects in your food. Don't cook this, don't serve this, don't say that, or else we're gonna give electric shocks. Oh, don't do this, we're gonna give you twitches. And at night they give me all these virtual reality dreams, and most of them have some kind of messages to it. Okay, I already said all that about that in my yesterday's video. So what do these people do? You raised a number of questions concerning RMAs. Oh, there. So, successful RMA ingredients: satanic cults, UFO cults, directed energy technologies, neurocybernetics, biotechnologies, experimental drugs, multinational government contractors, investment portfolios, and other financial inducements, imported East Bloc mercenaries, imported foreign national scientists, controlled and compliant media, decentralized US government control, an induced crime wave. So we know that. And oh, don't forget, they already for past 3-4 days I've been saying they give me so much sexual seduction. For past 3-4 days they've been doing it, or else they had stopped. They were not doing all these sexual seductions with me. But right here it says violent sexual, physical, and psychological abuse of these children over a period of 15 years will produce generations of dissociative automatons who will comply with instructions in obedient, unquestioning fashion. So basically, you know how these Illuminati people always keep saying obey, obey, obey in their movies, Hollywood and Bollywood movies, they always keep saying obey, obey. So that BS is going on. They are required adherence to cult tenets precludes any consideration of laws governing US society generally. So basically, they are required adherence to cult tenets preclude. So basically all these people who are involved in this gang stalking and all these harassment, they don't follow these laws of US society. They are above the law. And that is what I've already seen when there were all these what do you call lockdowns, and there were curfew here in my state after 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., something like that. They used to have extreme revving of the bike engine going on after 11-12 p.m. I mean a.m. 12 a.m. and 11 p.m. So basically at night time, just because they want to make issue about most likely whatever I've cooked, and then by the time I'm done everything and then I come to my bedroom, that is when they will start their extreme raving. Or if they want to tell me, oh no, you go serve your, and now they just gave me a twitch on the left side of my ankle right now, so they are confirming the same thing. So yeah, that was the BS they used to do a lot, and you initially had no clue why they're doing. So it used to affect me all that. Now none of this affects me anymore because I know the truth. So basically they try to portray me as if I'm the worst kind of person on this earth. When I read all this, now I know who's the real evil, devil, monster, Satan, absolute evil people, absolute monster, all these people, okay? Create a global UFO cult which will involve the abduction of citizens so as to foster an illusion that this earth is facing an extraterrestrial invasion. Well, this is being spoken by Dr. Stephen Greer, by just recently the ex-FBI agent, what is his name, John D'Souza or some kind of D'Souza. He also said the same thing. And I actually watched a video of a German, I don't know if it was a German documentary or was it a movie, but it was a short clip that I saw. And they are showing a Hitler who's talking about the same thing. In that video was posted 13 years ago. So this is not something new. They have all these agendas and all these laid out probably 13-20 years ago, or even in 1940s, because they came out, they made Jerusalem, or they made Israel nation in 1948, and they came up with Roswell incident about UFO in 1945. So probably they had all these things laid out, that why they want Israel, why they want Jerusalem there, why they want Roswell UFO fake incidents, because this is the same thing. They wanted to come up with this extraterrestrial thing. Why? Because ultimately it's all about Lucifer and Antichrist. That's it. It's all about those two person. And of course, when they are awaiting coming off back of Jesus Christ, because he's the only person, or I mean God, who's gonna come back. I don't know. So they are preparing for that, whatever it is. UFO abductees of preference will have an expertise in computer technology, since that expertise will be required in future, blah blah blah. They will use of experimental drugs, holographic projection capabilities, directed energy technologies, induced auditory input, experimental aircraft, special effects, costuming, stagecraft, among other things, will be used to pursue abductees to the reality of their circumstances. So right now they are using directed energy technologies on me, right? When they do all the shooting needle paints or give me electric shocks and all that. But to me, a lot of the other stuff is coming from witchcraft. Now, UFO abductees will be persuaded to worship their anticipated extraterrestrial conquerors in cult-enforced religious fashion. UFO cult networks will be controlled by US intelligence. Who is the US intelligence? Most likely NSA. I'm sure all these Pentagon and Washington and DOD, and there are so many people who are, I'm sure, FBI, CIA, they all are involved in all this, right? To limit infiltration and ensure that dissidents do not disrupt UFO cult long-term agendas. And what is Dr. Richard Boylan saying? That we starseeds are the threat to the UFO cult or the UFO cover up. So, yeah, whatever. Uncontrollable dissidents will be assassinated. Okay, just like probably they tried to get rid of Sushant Singh Rajput, who was a star kid, although they have not literally killed him physically, but they, of course, in the people's eye, okay, he is killed. Okay, so he's no more. But obviously they took him, and I don't know what they're doing with him, some experiments or I don't know what. But yeah, whatever. Preferably by directed energy means. Okay, so right now they are doing it with me, right? I'm so uncontrollable dissident for them that they are torturing me like this. They're just making up all these BS weird issues about this and that and all that BS just to gain my energy. But yeah, so who knows? Tomorrow they will assassinate me also, or they will have me as a sacrifice for their Lucifer. Who knows? Oh, I'm the chosen one. As you see all these Illuminati people, just go to YouTube and just Google, just YouTube chosen ones. And all these people are making videos, all these Illuminati people are making videos on chosen ones and trying to portray chosen ones as if they are like godly and the most innocent and the most pure people. Well, then why are you so excited? Because the way they talk, they are so excited about us. Why are you so excited about us if we are so pure? And you should be feeling ashamed of yourself. So in reality, these people know their agenda, what's going on. Directed energy surveillance and weapons technology of all types will be used for purpose of spreading fear and confusion in the population at large. So right now they are doing it with us, but when they will have their one world order and when they will have their fake alien invasions and all this BS, they're gonna use it on everybody else. See, psychiatrists and psychologists will play an important role in these experiments, particularly where denying the efficacy of neuro-cybernetic psychotechnologies is concerned. Citizens complaining of hearing voices will be used as a basis for government-funded schizophrenic-related brain research. Now, I want to make one thing very clear. As Almas Jacob says, there is no disease like schizophrenia. There is none. Schizophrenia is induced, like I said, when this CIA guy Robert Duncan says they can do improbable synchronizations. Okay, so like I said, for example, you see yesterday in the video I said that how I made noodles and they conditioned me, programmed me for the noodles. Oh, you cook these noodles, we're gonna give you either shooting needle pain in your abdomen or right side, or we're gonna give you electric shock on the right side of the brain, or we're gonna put cockroach when you go to cook that noodle, or we're gonna have raving of the bike engine, or we're gonna have ambulance siren exactly when you go to cook, or we're gonna have well, you get the point, something in that line, or we're gonna have cuts on your right side of your fingers or somewhere, right, to make issues about, oh, you don't cook that. Okay, so I cooked, I ate that, and when I went to wash that particular utensil, they gave me electric shock on the right side of my brain. Now back then I had not much time for myself to cook much, and I don't even have much supplies for myself to cook because I cook everything separately, right? Thanks to their programming for hygiene stuff for so many years that now I cannot take anybody touching any surfaces anywhere without washing hands. So then at the same night, these people gave me this induced dream of me getting choking up, where I'm not even able to cough. I had literally not a word was coming out of my mouth. I'm trying to cough, I'm not able to cough. I was gasping for air. And then immediately they wake me up. Okay, and that thing was so real. It felt like I'm living that thing. It is that real because it plays in your mind or subconscious, I don't know how, but they call it virtual reality dream. You can look it up, how realistic that is. It's almost like a movie is being played, but you are so into it, you feel like you went through the same thing, or you are going through that gasping. And then when I wake up, I'm like, oh no, I'm able to breathe. That is a sign of immediate first relief. But then I noticed that I was having dry cough. I was having dryness in my throat, and then I started to cough, and it lasted only for, I would say, 30 seconds or 1 minute at the most, and then I drank water. So these people have ability to even give me dryness in my throat. Okay, like I said, when I was separating out the lentils today, the one that were not soaked, they immediately gave me synthetic, like that kidney stone kind of thing, but on the left side. So they wanted to tell something good about it. Oh, it's good that you are not letting that kidney stone happen. Well, um, first of all, these people have no clue that that particular thing doesn't give kidney stones, because that doesn't have oxalate. Like I said, they are lowest of the low IQ people. They don't have IQs, because if you read this article, you'll see that most of these who does all these twitches and electric shocks and all these people are picked up from the streets. And who are these street people? They are druggists, and they're just picked up from streets. Okay, they are mainly druggists, but they could be just, I don't know, homeless or whatever, these picking people from streets. Now they just gave me electric shock on the right side of my brain, saying, no, 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 we are not picking up from streets, or they are not druggists, and they are not, they are nice people. They're like Suja Vijayan, who again, she does not have brains, but she has the lowest of the low IQ, where I caught her red-handed. So there are these people who are not really picked up from the streets. They have the greatest degree. They are like pilot or something. They are into Air Force. Okay, they have the lowest of the lowest IQ. Even freaking druggist on the street might have better IQ than that Suja Vijay. So the people like this, they do these directed energy weapons on me, trying to portray themselves as if they are God, they are all knowing, they know everything. What to speak, what not to speak, what to wear, what not to wear, what to cook, what not to cook, what to bring, what not to bring, what to eat, what not to eat. Same BS is going on. So basically, now we know that who's the real evil and devil one, who is doing all these changes in the atmosphere right now. Everything is induced hurricanes, induced tornadoes, induced dryness, induced all these right now. What trains are blowing up, smokes going up, all these. When they were blowing up all these, what do you call food companies, where they were packaging and something back. This was like 1 or 2 or 3 years ago, when they started to damage all these food products, probably like a year ago. Now I heard they are doing it with all these toxic fumes going up in the air. So from one to second to third, they're just doing it because that is a part of the agenda. They believe in order out of chaos. So first we'll bring chaos, and then we'll figure out order from there, right? So yeah, today I definitely call them failed army for what they tried to do, with me, because in reality they exposed themselves when they placed insects in the white rice. That, oh, for one day to them brown rice is bad, but very next day it's good. Why? Because, oh, I watched a video about the benefits. Oh, so we were so dumb that we didn't know first, but now we know. So these kind of people are there, who are absolute narcissist, absolute evil, absolute devil, absolute monster, who worship Lucifer, who are working for Lucifer, and they are trying to bring the Antichrist here. and they are UFO cover. There is nothing like UFO or aliens. Dr. Stephen Greer says, "Oh, aliens are demons." That's a lie. No, 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 no. There is no alien. There are no aliens. Okay, because alien word itself has a lie, and that lie term was coined by these very CIA people. Okay, and you know how much truth they speak when they open their mouth. Um, So these people are going to introduce all these violence into the society. Okay. So when you see people just, and yeah, they have ability to make somebody sleep. They have ability to um, wake somebody up. They have the ability to uh, move somebody's hands. Okay. So when you see a lot of these accidents going on in the on the road, especially something was just burning up the flames today somewhere about in Indiana. So whoever this truck driver was, see, if these people are not aware of all these technologies, and if they are using it on these random people to either maneuver their hands a little bit where they are not realizing, or make them fall asleep, or to even give heart palpitations, like for example right now they started to give me pain in my chest. They just started. So that, like I said, it could be induced. It's not really a heart attack, but people who say somebody's driving might feel, oh, I'm having a heart attack, or I'm having these chest pain. But only I know, because what is induced and what is natural, because they have done with me from so many years, so I know what is natural and I know what is induced. So they can do anything with any of these truck drivers or any drivers, and they will have accidents. And there was even an episode I was watching on Netflix where there was this. It was all about FBI, and in the third episode, this guy saying, there are a lot of the events that's happening in the world, especially all these accidents and all that. People think it's natural, but it's not. He said this sentence. And not to forget, all these Illuminati people, they will tell you the truth in all these series and movies, that what they literally do in real world. Okay, so they do these improbable synchronizations. People think it's like, say for example, they did accident to my hubby, right? He was driving the car, but they did improbable synchronizations with the two cars. Well, they will there was an accident. It was same super interrogation going on, as Dr. Richard Boylan was saying. My super interrogation was going on, but just to do my super interrogation, they had to again do improbable synchronizations. Okay, so it's the same thing. If they can give accident to my hubby, they can do it to anybody out there. But the strangers out there, will not even realize that they are doing it, and it's all induced. Okay, so a lot of these train derailments and all these, they can do anything. It's very easy for these people, for this cabal. Oh, by the way, this ex-FBI agent also said that in their next phase, you'll see that they'll start to shoot down military jets or military choppers and commercial planes. Commercial planes. That's what he said. Because they need to keep building up the fear about these extraterrestrial. So you think if they're gonna do the, if they already did 9/11. Okay, they themselves say, Illuminati themselves say in the Justin Bieber song, and so many other I've seen. So if, oh, Dr. Thomas Horn in his book Zeitgeist 425, he has revealed that 9/11 was done by President Bush, right? So if they go to these extreme lengths and to give me so much torture, physically, mentally, mentally it's not affecting me as much, but yeah, physically they still try to do all this BS with me. You think they're not gonna, they are not, definitely not that nice godly people as they try to portray. They are not. Now that we know how evil and devil they are, especially after reading this article, you'll see how what kind of induced crime they do. They will have rape of children, and they will have rupture of internal organs. See, don't you think so? My internal organs are being affected when they give me shooting needle pains in my uterus area, in my abdomen area. So 300 electric shocks today on the right side of my brain for so many for a few years that they have been giving me now, and for so many cuts that they've already given on my finger. I don't know if today this cut is visible, but yesterday it wasn't visible. But at least you can see this particular cut here. See that cut? I have already recorded this video few. That is the cut they gave me right there. See, now it is kind of healed, but this was almost 1 to 2 weeks ago, but now it's healing. So yeah, if they've given me so many cuts where it literally bleeds, and these are razor sharp cuts, okay, it's not my skin is peeling by itself. No, these are the razor sharp cuts that they have given me. Now they just gave me twitch on the left side of my knee right now, as just to confirm that yeah, they've given razor sharp. So this is the cut I was talking about. Yesterday I was trying to take this cut, and the camera was acting up, but you see that little thing right there? That's the cut they gave me. It was, see, you can see the skin popping up. That's the cut they gave me, just to make issue about when I said, oh, I don't need FBI agent Gerald Sosby and all that, because I told you how they're trying to program me with him. In so many other videos I've posted all this, and he's my stalker. I already said that. So I said something in the morning along that line, and I don't know, the next thing I knew was this. And any cut on this finger means, oh, F you. So basically he wanted to tell me F you. So I'm like, yeah, F you back, right? So yeah, this is what these people do. Extreme throes of pain, radio frequency burns. They've already given burns on my cheeks, right cheek. Okay, anything on the right side means, oh, that's not correct. So yeah, so when they've already done all of these things with me, I've already recorded all these photos and everything of these people, of all my cuts, of my burns, everything, then obviously it's been going on. Nobody can deny any of this. See, they're going to induce these murders ranging from simple one-time mass murders such as in post office or subway stations to long-term serial killings involving cannibalism and other gruesome deeds. Rape and child molestation will be facilitated by means of directed energy targeting of reproductive organs. They're going to induce these crimes. Okay, and this person, whoever wrote this article, Stephen Metzi, James Kiewit, Strategic Studies Institute, Army War College, Carlisle Barracks, Pennsylvania. So basically, Dr. Metzi and LTC Kiewit, whatever, however you pronounce his name. These people, when they are writing this, all these evil thoughts are coming in their mind. See how much of the evil thoughts is coming in. One would wonder, if you are raised up in a nice family where you do not see all these satanic rituals, sacrifices of human beings, sacrifices of animals, because you're born and raised in just a normal family where you all you do is, first go to school, do some extracurricular activities, grow up, have career, go to college, have career, get married, have children, raise them, this normal life. You're not into all these stupid cults, and you're not into sacrifices, you're not into lying, you're not into sabotaging people, sabotaging their house on purpose, you're not into any of this. But how evil these people will have to be to even think about all this and to write this article. How evil, and you can see the evilness even when you watch these Hollywood movies or even their Netflix shows. Like Almas Jacob says, Netflix is filled with Satanism, and Netflix will pick only those kind of documentaries and movies that or TV shows that facilitate their one world or agenda, their satanic cults, their all these UFO satanic cults, okay? Luciferian agenda, Antichrist agenda. So when so much evil is out there, and these people have all these evil thoughts, how can your this earth can find order out of chaos? What order did they find from 9/11? To me, nothing. What, you wanted to put some security, some machines in the airport? Well, you could have just placed it without doing all that BS. You didn't have to kill 3,000 people for that. Okay, so their idea of all these BS, order out of chaos is absolute garbage idea. Okay, in the midst they kill people, they destroy atmosphere, they destroy weather, they destroy beautiful nature. So these people, when they try to tell me something, oh, you don't do this, oh, look, you did this and you did that, so we're gonna do this. No, 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 you're not gonna do anything, because you are always lower than me and you will always remain lower than me. You can never be up to my mark. Never. Right? And this is what these people, Dr. Richard Boylan said, that they do Operation Stargazer, and the broad implications of training like Task Force Whitetail is that cabal, which cabal? Illuminati cabal, foresees and is actively planning for the day when the UFO cover up falters and it is necessary to round up starseeds like me who could cause the cabal trouble and to interdict and subdue any star visitors who are on the ground. So basically, they are preparing for their one world agenda, for their one religion agenda, Lucifer, Antichrist, whatever you want to call it. And the training of these Area 51, these Delta SEALs, Green Berets, whoever, the crap force I call, training involves advanced weapons that subdue, immobilize, or terminate star visitors as ordered. Okay? The training also encompassed dealing with starseed adults and even star kids who have double handful of psychic and other paranormal abilities. Task force training involved how to evade, confuse, disassemble, so as to throw off the star kids or seeds reading of the special forces operative, how to counter their psychic abilities, so our psychic abilities, with countervailing psychic force or psychotronic or other directed energy weapon devices, how to break them and super interrogate them. What are they doing every single day with me when they give electric shocks and twitch and here twitch and there twitch and swelling of my tongue and putting all these insects here and there? What are they doing? Super interrogating, right? Because now I'm going to say, oh, I did this, so they did this. So what happened in the midst? Super interrogation, right? But that BS is going on. At more exotic level, training includes psychological instruction in how not to be attracted to or drawn in by these targets and how to try to win them over to join the group that put on this training. So join the group is basically join your hands with Lucifer and sell your soul to Lucifer. That is all Lucifer wants, is our soul at the end of the day.